Yeah, we're back at it on our home tech trails this weekend. It's our one host race event of the season, so we're really looking forward to it. To be honest, the thing that makes our home week special are probably two big things. One is that we really do get a home course advantage because we get to train on these trails every single day, and so we really know how to ski these courses the fastest, right? What you have to do to ski the fastest on these courses. And that's something that our student athletes really look forward to because, they're super confident in just knowing how they have to execute and their pacing and everything to have a great race. And we'll really look to fuel that for our competition weekend. And then secondly is just the gratitude that we have for the community that does support us and give us these competitive opportunities. One thing that's going to be really unique about this year is that we also, in addition to our CCSA Invitational, we're also having this serve as an invitational for Michigan high school and middle school teams. And so we'll have teams throughout the UP coming and racing on the tech trails. And that'll be really fun because obviously it just provides these athletes with regional and for some of them also home race opportunities. But it also is pretty cool and empowering because I think what you see is that our college student athletes really do inspire this next generation of skiers. And it's going to be really fun to just have everybody out there cheering each other on and being able to really race together. And the weather, knock on wood, but the forecast is looking pretty darn awesome in the 20s and sunny. So we've had a really cold, snowy winter so far, which we can't complain about. But it's going to be a really fun weekend for just getting outside and enjoying some ski racing as a community. Yeah, so Senior Wes Campbell, he's come out guns blazing. First two races had wins in classic and skate races, so that was really awesome to see and just have that leadership from a senior team member. We've had some strong races from our other men, but I think the men and the women at large, I think, got a little affected by some of the cold weather racing last week. And that was just a challenge with racing, in really, really cold temperatures. I think the reality is that we just have to trust also what we have been doing in training and knowing that, okay, sport, sometimes you're going to have a tough day, right? But have confidence in where you are competing consistently and where you have been training consistently, and know that even if you have a bad day, you can absolutely turn it around the next weekend and be able to ski really, really strong again. So I think it's really, really great to be able to come back home this weekend for that reason too. And I really believe that, our team just trusting the process and knowing that we have thrown down some really outstanding races through U.S. Nationals this year, and we're just training super well. They're going to be ready to race really, really strong. But we also we can't overly focus on the outcome, right? If you worry too much about the result you're trying to achieve in these NC qualifiers, then you can put too much pressure and stress on yourself for these races. So I think the big thing is also just, enjoying that home environment that we get to experience this weekend, and letting yourself really free yourself to go out there and embrace the challenge, push super hard, explore your potential, and see how fast we can ski regardless of what that end result turns out to be.